Who remembers this goated Cabbages scene from Avatar: The Last Airbender?
Security! My cabbages!
Yep, that scene was so iconic, other shows couldn't resist copying it. Or at least the Casa Grandes couldn't.
My cabbages! Oh,
And even Robot Chicken couldn't resist.
my cabbages!
Yeah, ATLA left its marks literally everywhere. The Simpsons,
Hey, check out that Avatar volleyball tournament. It's Na'vi versus Last Airbenders.
South Park,
Please come home at once. Our two houses have found peace. Come to the Red Robin wedding, and we will all accept you as the princess you are.
Star Wars,
General Crow would like to see them in the tower.
and there's this. That's a Dutch Olympic athlete at the 2020 Tokyo Games, crediting Aang's hairstyle for his gold medal. Yes, really. This cartoon has been leaving fingerprints all over TV, film, and animation for nearly 20 years. And I tracked down every single reference so you don't have to. The obvious ones, the blink and you'll miss it ones,
I just replaced this hip!
and a few that genuinely shocked me. Okay, let's get into it and start with television. We are kicking this off with a random throwback that still got me dying. You're deep in an old episode of Cold Case named Blood on the Tracks. You know, that show where they solve crimes from the past with sad music and flashbacks. Everything's all serious, whole team banging their heads trying to crack the case. Detective Grandpa John Stillman doing his thing. When suddenly, his little grandson Sean comes to visit him, holding something behind his back. Bro pulls out his Aang action figure, holds it up proud as hell, and straight up tells his grandpa he can bend air. Just drops it so casually, like it's the most normal flex a kid could have. No explanation, nothing. The camera barely lingers, but if you're an Avatar fan, your brain just blue screens for a second. And I can't forget that scene when that serious detective starts hovering the action figure in the station in the middle of a crime investigation. It's such a pure, out-of-nowhere moment in the middle of a heavy crime drama. Like the writers were probably secretly watching ATLA on their lunch break and said, "Screw it, we're putting this in." No big explanation, no plot reason, just a kid standing his favorite bald airbender in 2007. Aight, we're jumping from serious crime drama straight into loud family chaos with the Casa Grandes. There's this episode called Skatey Cat, where these kids, Nikki, Casey, and Samir, are tearing through the neighborhood on a shopping cart like absolute menaces. They smash right into a cabbage stand, and cabbages go flying everywhere like green bowling pins. And then the store dude just loses it. Full dramatic scream, drops to his knees screaming,
My cabbages! Oh,
Bro sounds personally attacked, like they just ended his bloodline. That voice crack and pure pain in his delivery had me dying. It's such a perfect, quick little throwaway moment, but if you know, you know. That's straight up homage to the most unlucky vegetable seller in cartoon history. Yes, Kai, the cabbage merchant. I'm sure his only dialogue you remember is, "My cabbages, my cabbages, my cabbages." A quick memory recap for you.
my cabbages! My cabbages! My cabbages! My cabbages!
Bet. Now we're sliding into something that's gonna make every Avatar and Owl House fan lose their mind. You're watching the Owl House, chilling in the demon realm, when Ida and Lilith are worried about how they're gonna put food on the table as bounty hunting isn't going as planned. They're talking about how they can't afford apple blood because Lutz's favorite snack, griffin eggs, are expensive. A cute demon sitting next to Lutz replies,
That's rough, buddy.
Bro, if you've seen Avatar, your brain instantly teleports to Zuko saying the exact same line to Sokka after he opens up about his girlfriend who turned into a moon.
My first girlfriend turned into the moon. That's rough, buddy.
But they didn't stop there. Amity and Katara have some things in common. In an episode, Eclipse Lake, Amity carries a jar of abomination goo, which she uses in combat in a super specific way that looks exactly like Katara using her water skin. The whole scene just screams a quiet little love letter to Avatar, The Last Airbender. Moreover, the character of Amity from Owl House and Katara are both voiced by the same artist, Mae Whitman. It's not loud, it's not in your face, but once you catch it, you're sitting there smiling because you caught that, because two of your favorite animated worlds just gently high-fived. Alright, now we're jumping into straight Marvel chaos with Moon Knight. We're in episode 1, The Goldfish Problem. Stephen Grant, Oscar Isaac, is getting cornered by Arthur Harrow, and Harrow starts talking about the goddess Ammit. When he mentions the avatar of the goddess Ammit, Stephen, nervous as hell, immediately goes,
"Blue people, love that film."
thinking it's the James Cameron Avatar. Harrow tries to correct him like, "By Avatar, I mean," but Stephen cuts him off again and says,
You mean that? I mean anime.
basically naming Avatar The Last Airbender right there in the middle of this tense villain talk. It's such a random, awkward, perfect little moment. You're watching serious superhero stuff with Egyptian gods and suddenly the dude drops an ATLA shoutout like it's casual conversation. Yo, okay, this next one is straight up dangerous for Avatar fans because it gets out of hand quickly. We're talking The Dragon Prince, the show literally made by one of ATLA's head writers, Aaron Ehasz. Bro couldn't even wait to start sneaking stuff in. In the very first episode, Echoes of Thunder, Claudia's just chillin' reading a book called Love Amongst the Dragons, oblivious of her surroundings. Normal, right? Nah, that's the exact play Zuko's mom used to drag him to see. We can see that mentioned in the episode, Ember Island Players, where Zuko is holding a play poster by Ember Island Players, and Zuko replies,
Ugh. My mother used to take us to see them. They butchered Love Amongst the Dragons every year.
In the third season episode, The Midnight Dessert, Callum inspects Nynx's boomerangs and notes that something seems familiar. Since both the character Callum and Sokka share the voice actor Jack DeSena, the voice artist must be having flashbacks. In the end credits, we can see Callum doing some stance with boomerangs, and it's the same stance as Sokka. There's another familiar stance in the end credits. Come on guys, do tell me you remember Sokka doing that. Then, later in the fourth season episode, Beneath the Surface, Soren hops on a dragon, points with his finger, and yells, "Yeah!" The dragon's like, "The hell is this?" He tries different words, but when he says, "Yip yip," like he's trying to Uber Appa, the dragon takes a flight. It's so stupidly funny. Here's some yip-yipping Appa for you, just in case.
Appa, yip yip! Yip yip! Appa, yip yip!
Yip yip.
Alright, that's enough, let's move on. In the same season 4 episode, Rex Igneous, they got Aang's glider staff and Sokka's boomerang just sitting in a dragon's treasure pile like random loot. So, we're in season 5, episode Infantis Sanguine of The Dragon Prince, where a creature called a purple pentapus is used to make a magic spell. That allows Claudia to transform into one and breathe underwater. The animal looks similar, yet larger, than its counterpart in the Avatar world. It's a clever Easter egg. Later in the same episode, the end credits hit and they go full savage. They literally put a side-by-side drawing. One is the classic little purple pentapus from Avatar, and right next to it is their bigger version. Like, yeah, we know what we did. No shame, just straight up showing the receipts. They're not even hiding it anymore. It's like the whole show is one big wink at us going, yeah, we know what you came from. I'm dead, the references are getting too bold. Next up, we have a quick little Easter egg from the series Community in the episode Intro to Political Science. These Secret Service agents roll up and start patting down Abed. They're flipping through all his stuff, and what do they pull out? A straight up bootleg copy of The Last Airbender. They hold it up, dead serious, while Abed's just standing there in full gremlin mode. It's such a random, quick little dig, but it hits so hard if you're an Avatar fan. Yo, now we're hitting The Simpsons, the grandpa of all cartoons that somehow still keeps sneaking in references. In the Treehouse of Horror 21 episode, they're rolling the opening credits like usual, and suddenly one of the fake production team names pops up. The Last Airbender. Just casually sitting there like it's normal. You saw what they did there. They really turned Airbender into Chairbender. I'm weak. Then, in the episode 500 Keys, they got this fake classroom scene, and boom, all 4 elemental symbols are slapped on the wall. Air, water, earth, fire. Except they put them in the wrong order just to mess with us. And if that wasn't enough, in Murder, She Wrote, Bart goes,
Hey, check out that Avatar volleyball tournament. It's Na'vi versus Last Airbenders.
and we see some people playing volleyball show up dressed as characters from both the Avatar series. The whole team looked like they came straight from a messed up crossover party. The Simpsons really said, "We're old, but we still see you, Avatar." Yo, we're sliding into Robot Chicken now, and these writers really said, "Hold my beer. We're going stupid with it." In the 9th season episode, he's not even aiming at the toilet. During the screening of the Last Airbender movie, Roger Ebert falls asleep and dreams he's straight up inside the live-action Last Airbender movie. If you thought you hated M. Night Shyamalan's Avatar adaptation, you haven't met Roger Ebert. Bro starts using his movie critic powers like some ultimate weapon to clap Ozai and the whole Fire Nation army.
This movie was the worst experience of my life, and I live in Chicago.
Imagine getting roasted so hard by a film critic that you actually lose the war. I'm dead. That's the most Robot Chicken thing ever. Then season 11 hits with May Cause Numb Butthole, and they drop a full Avatar skit. I have to go back a little. What was that name? May Cause Numb Butthole? And he's not even aiming at the toilet? Oh, I remember another one. May Cause 1 year of orange poop. Super cringy, but sure funny. Anyways, in the skit, Aang and Zuko, voiced by the real Zuko guy, Dante Basco, FYI, are getting knocked by the last cabbage bender. It's a cabbage merchant who somehow learned cabbage bending. The poor dude is out here slinging vegetables like bending arts on steroids. I mean, Robot Chicken writers finally gave him the justice he deserved, because it happened with him in there too.
My cabbages!
He just took revenge. It's pure chaos. Robot Chicken really cooked the most unhinged version possible, and I respect it heavily. Okay, the next one has Mad referencing energy just like its name. I'm talking about Mad, that wild animated sketch show that just roasts popular movies, games, and cartoons nonstop like it has zero chill. Think Saturday Night Live, but for kids who grew up on Cartoon Network. Short, stupid, and always ready to clown on whatever is trending. And they went straight for Avatar with a bit called Airbender Technical Institute in episode The Social Net Jerk. The institute is a fake college where kids go to major in bending instead of business. They probably pay tuition in cabbages. Picture this. A slick salesman who looks exactly like Zuko rolls up promoting the program, trying to sell benders on trading their powers for some boring realistic job setting. Then he drops the line all dramatic and salty,
"I was a disgrace to my family. Why should you be too?"
Bro is out here using his own exile trauma as a sales pitch. It's so stupidly funny and too specific. Then they swing back later with Legend of Dora, basically taking Legend of Korra and mashing it with Dora the Explorer vibes for maximum ridiculousness. Imagine little Dora trying to bend all the elements while asking the audience for silly questions.
I just bet water. In Spanish, it's called agua. Can you say agua?
It's dumb in the best way possible. These guys are masters of parody, I have to say. Alright, now we're jumping into Monkey Kid. This wild Lego-inspired show that clearly has some Avatar fans in the writer's room. Season 2, episode Minor Scale, MK is showing off with the golden staff, shrinks it down tiny and starts spinning it in his hands, doing this exact smooth little pose. Bro looks like he's straight copying Aang's marble trick from back in the day. And if that wasn't enough, MK and Sokka share the same voice actor, Jack DeCina. They really went for the full package there. And season 4, Pignapped, takes it even further. Pigsy floats up into the air, gathers broth and food ingredients into a glowing energy sphere, with 3 rings spinning around him. It looks suspiciously like Aang going full Avatar state against Ozai. Okay, so let's move on. Lego Ninjago keeps the ninja life going strong, but they snuck in a little Avatar moment that true fans catch instantly. In Season 7 episode Secrets Discovered, Kai sneaks into his parents' old blacksmith shop and finds this hidden secret room. Inside, banners straight up featuring the firebending and waterbending symbols from Avatar, just hanging there like some underground fan shrine. Like it's low-key paying respects to the bending arts. It's such a quick, quiet little detail in the middle of all the ninja drama and mech fights. The writers probably smiled while putting that in. Like, our viewers who grew up on both shows are gonna freak. It's subtle, but it hits nice when you spot it. You remember Nickelodeon's The Loud House? That loud, chaotic family cartoon where one kid has like 10 sisters and somehow survives every episode? In the episode Link or Swim, they're all at the community pool just trying to swim, but keep getting kicked out. That's when you spot several senior dudes from the network's other shows just chillin'. We have Grandpa Phil from Hey Arnold, Lou Pickles from Rugrats and All Grown Up, and many more. Among them, we can spot Uncle Iroh. His whole look, the beard, the chill, wise energy is still there. It's such a low-key wholesome nod tucked into a random pool episode. Well, how can we forget South Park? They never miss a chance to be completely unhinged, and they keep on giving Easter eggs. They snuck in an Avatar nod that's low-key perfect. In Season 17 episode Titties and Dragons, Cartman goes full anime mode during one of his wild schemes. His character design straight up looks like Uncle Iroh. The beard, the wise but chaotic energy, all of it. It's such a random hit in the middle of their usual wild episodes. The creators were definitely smiling when they drew that one. You're expecting South Park stupidity and instead get a quiet little Iroh cosplay from the worst kid in town. Had me dying at how smooth they slipped it in. Star Wars The Clone Wars is already peak animation, but they decided to slide in some Avatar love during the Umbara arc, and it's low-key genius. In Season 4 Episode 7, Darkness on Umbara, there's this clone sergeant rocking an arrow tattoo design right on his helmet. Straight Airbender master vibes. Then later, in the 8th episode, The General, we get to know his identity. They named the dude Appa, which is basically screaming Appa if you say it fast enough. And because it's Clone Wars, he's voiced by D. Bradley Baker, the same guy who does Appa's happy little grunts. They even go harder later with a character straight up named Aang in episode 8. It feels like someone in the writer's room was having flashbacks of Avatar. Who else could he be other than Dave Filoni, who is one of the creators of both shows? And let me tell you, Avatar even managed to slip in Star versus the Forces of Evil. It's that colorful, magical girl chaos show. But they snuck in a solid Zuko-inspired moment that fans caught quickly. In Season 3 episodes Divide and Conquer, Tom Lucidor shows up with a raised hair bun and rocking armor that looks suspiciously like Prince Zuko's from the early days. That classic Book 1 Water Tribe invasion look. By now, you're probably thinking they can't possibly fit more Avatar references in random shows. Well, guess what? They even did it in one of my favorite cartoons, We Bare Bears. In a 2017 episode from Season 3 Icy Nights 2, the antagonist Barry aims to steal the tech from Ice Bear's vacuum so his dad will finally respect him.
With this new robot, I'll finally crush you, take your vacuum, and my dad will finally respect me.
His motivation is similar to Zuko's, who sets out to capture Avatar Aang's to impress his father. Then later, Barry gets a scar around his left eye and suddenly looks like he just came out of Agni Kai. On top of that, his dad's company has this flame logo that's giving straight Fire Nation emblem vibes. Guys, by now I know that Avatar The Last Airbender has a lot of writer fans. I mean, it's everywhere. Last one for TV, and it's a slow burn throughout the whole show. Warped is a comic book shop series, and pretty much in every episode you can spot Avatar The Last Airbender merch just chilling in the background. posters, figures, random stuff. It's like the store is low-key run by a big fan. Nothing loud, but once you notice it, you can't unsee how much Avatar gear is just living there. It's the perfect chill way to close out the TV references. TV was already wild with all those sneaky nods. But movies? They couldn't resist jumping into the game either. One of them is a quick little drop, while the other felt like the director was a straight-up Avatar fan on set. Let's keep it rolling. First one, we have Gulliver's Travels, that 2010 Jack Black flick movie where he's spinning all these over-the-top fake adventure stories from famous movies he had seen. At one point, Horatio, one of the little people, casually drops,
"So, let me get this straight. After you were brought back to life as an avatar,"
while he was hyping up Gulliver's fake tales. No big explanation, just boom, straight Avatar name drop in the middle of a comedy adventure. You're laughing at Jack Black being giant and suddenly get hit with that random reference. It's such a quick, silly flex that only real fans catch and go, wait, they really said that? Classic early 2010s movie energy. Speaking of movies that hit different, we roll into The Happening, that M. Night Shyamalan thriller where plants are low-key trying to end humanity. Toward the end of the film, this kid Jess is just putting on her backpack like it's a normal day surviving the apocalypse. Except it's straight up an Avatar The Last Airbender backpack, clear as day on screen. And the wild part? M. Night directed this one too, the same dude who did the live-action Avatar movie. You're watching tense survival vibes and suddenly get smacked with his own project merch in the middle of the chaos. It's such a random self-aware little flex that had me cracking up. I know these movie references were not spicy enough, that's why I'll show what comics did. That's where it gets extra nerdy. These writers and artists in the comic world couldn't help slipping in Avatar love too. Let's check it out. First, Comics 1, Champions. Going full superhero watch party, chill funny vibe. In issue number 9 of Champions, these superhero kids are pictured just chilling and watching a specific ATLA episode. It's probably the Cave of Two Lovers from Book 2, given that one of the characters sings the song Secret Tunnel. Like, full on, they're sitting there reacting to it. Then one of them casually brings up cactus juice, straight quoting that wild hallucinogenic stuff from the desert episode. One of them even remembers Uncle Iroh's wise words. He's going, "My takeaway from the series was honor and self-worth come from within." You're reading big Marvel hero action and suddenly it turns into a mini Avatar viewing party. It's such a random, cozy little crossover moment that feels like the writer was like, my inner fanboy is coming out today. Had me smiling the whole time. Next up we have Penny Arcade, that long-running gaming webcomic that's been roasting nerd culture for years. And they went straight for the Avatar live-action drama. In their strip called Heresies, they clown on the whole casting controversy, especially the dude playing Aang. Then they go full savage and suggest M. Night Shyamalan cast Morgan Freeman as Appa, with no suit, just the legend flying around doing his thing. It's so stupidly funny and perfectly timed after all the movie hate. They were not holding back at all. Switching to Sister Claire, this indie webcomic that's got that soft fantasy school vibe. In Chapter 5, you can spot Sokka's signature club just casually hanging on the wall like some random decoration. Then, Chapter 8 goes harder. There's a whole jury of schoolgirls and 3 of them are straight up Azula, Ty Lee, and Mai chilling in the mix. Comics were hitting us with those quiet nerdy nods, but now we're sliding into the music world, where rappers and artists are out here straight bending bars. Some of these go hard, but real talk, we can't play the actual clips or videos here because of copyright stuff. YouTube would smack us quick. And a bunch of them got explicit lyrics anyway, so we're just telling you exactly where they pop up so you can go check them yourself if you want. Starting with the rap side, cause these have been living rent-free in a lot of playlists. Like in Wasted by Juice WRLD featuring Lil Uzi Vert, Uzi straight up says, "Tats in the middle of my head like I'm Avatar," and talks about riding on his appas. Then Denzel Curry in Sumo Zumo name drops Prince Zuko flat out. And in Envy Me, he talks about water whipping like the Avatar or Katara. Tay-K in Mega Man name drops Aang and that iconic arrow tattoo straight up. Ski Mask, the slump god on Nuketown with Juice WRLD, throws in waterbending and Aang references like it's part of the flow. Kendrick Lamar's backseat freestyle music video even sneaks in a quick clip of Katara from the Chase episode at 1 minute and 22 seconds. Then Lil Peep on Gym Class says he could make the grounds move like he's the Avatar. Lil Wayne, Drake, and Nicki on No Frauds got the line, "Lil, tune out a cartoon or Avatar." And Lil Loaded with King Von straight up made a whole song called Avatar, where they run through all 4 elements in the bars: fire, water, wind, earth, talking about burying dudes and everything. It's wild how these artists just weave the lore into their flows without missing a beat. These tracks go hard, but a lot got that explicit sauce, so yeah, we're just describing them here. And kids, please, there's no need to go and watch them. And it's not just rap, other artists got in on it too. Hayley Williams from Paramore on Good Old Days drops, "I'm not a waterbender, can't change it." She even repeats Secret Love in a way that feels like a low-key nod to that Secret Tunnel song from the Cave episode. It's chill and kinda nostalgic, different from the rap flexes, but still makes you smile when you catch it. Rappers out here dropping Avatar bars like it's free real estate. They just won't let the lore rest. We should move on to the next category, games, where the Easter eggs get even crazier. These developers were not playing around. They straight up hid Avatar stuff all over the place. Let's see where they cooked. In Baldur's Gate 3, there's a cabbage vendor named Geezer Loris standing by the eastern wall of Sorceress Sundries in the lower city, beside an overturned crate of spoiled cabbage. As players pass by, he cries out,
Sweet vegetables. They deserved better.
If the party talks to him with a monk character, he has a special line where he recognizes
the stoic stance, calming presence,
and identifies the player as a
monastic types.
Warning them to
Stay clear of my cabbages. You're sort of done enough damage as it is.
Guys, tell me if it ain't a reference towards Kai the Cabbage Merchant. In World of Warcraft, male Pandaren have a hairstyle option called the Sokka, which resembles Sokka's hair from the first season, and also have a raised ponytail option that is exactly Zuko's style. A cabbage vendor appears during a horse chase in the quest Hot Pursuit. If the player fails to jump over the cart, the cabbage vendor will drop to his knees and yell, "My cabbages," as his cabbages are destroyed. In Undertale, when confronting Asgore, Undyne tells him, "That's rough, buddy." This famous quote from Zuko actually lives on the internet, I'm telling you. A very Potter musical is that legendary Harry Potter parody musical that went viral back in the day, and they snuck in some straight Avatar quotes that hit different. In Act 2, Part 7, right before Voldemort is about to clap Harry, he goes full villain mode.
You're weak. Weak. Just like your parents. They did not deserve to live in this world, in my world. Prepare to join them. Prepare to die. Avada Kedavra!
That's word for word Ozai's savage speech from Zazin's Comet Part 3. Then in the sequel, A Very Potter sequel Act 2 Part 1, Ron hits Harry with the classic
"That's rough, buddy. What are we gonna do?"
exact Zuko line from the Boiling Rock episode. And later in Act 2 Part 11, Lucius and Draco's talk about Draco's real dad turns into a whole Zuko-Ozai parallel.
Don't you want to know who your real father is?
They weren't just referencing it, they were pulling full scenes and flipping them into the Potter chaos. It's so specific and clean, it had me dying. Peak theater kid energy mixing two of the biggest fandoms. Death Battle straight up turned Avatar into a fighting game fantasy for multiple episodes, and it's actually fire. Toph went up against Gaara from Naruto. Aang threw hands with Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist. Zuko, voiced by Dante Basco himself, battled Shoto Todoroki from My Hero Academia. And they even brought Korra to fight Storm from the X-Men. It's like someone said, what if we actually let them fight these other powerhouses? And just went for it across multiple episodes. It's one of the coolest crossover references because it's not just a quick nod. They built whole battles around the characters. If you're into versus debates, this series was feeding the Avatar fans heavily. The nostalgia critic, aka Doug Walker, has been low-key obsessed with Avatar for years. In his review of Sailor Moon, he straight up hits the audience with Katara's iconic opening line. He drops it as a joke while clowning on the anime's similar narrated intro.
1,000 years ago, our moon was home to a great civilization ruled by Queen Serenity.
Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
It's such a clean, natural throw that only Avatar heads catch instantly. Doug's been referencing the show across multiple videos, but this one feels extra personal. Like he couldn't help himself while roasting another classic. He has used the running gags of My Cabbages and Foaming Mouth Guy in multiple reviews. He even made an episode named Top 11 Worst Episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender, at the end of which Zuko's voice artist Dante Basco made his first appearance and announced,
Tell them I'll be arriving in 1 week's time. And I look forward to winning back the fan base. Forever.
Yes, sir, Dante Basco!
And ironically, next week's episode was titled Top 11 Best Episodes of Avatar: The Last Airbender, in which we also see Dante Basco again, who came to take revenge for disgracing the fan base. He hit him with the word honor again and again, in fact, in the whole episode.
Honor! 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 Honor!
In the same episode, the critic also references Kisu and Manuel Rodriguez, the advisors on the Avatar series, who are featured on the book covers of Firebending for Dummies and How to Earthbend. He even distracts Dante with a copy of the Search trilogy. This episode was full of chaos and Easter egg heaven. Even the freaking Olympics got in on the Avatar love during Tokyo 2020. Dutch windsurfer Kieran Badlow won gold in men's RSX and showed up with his hair dyed blue and shaped into a perfect airbender arrow tattoo on his head. Bro literally competed looking like Aang in the middle of the water. Then the Mexican synchronized swimmers Nuria Diosdado and Juana Batzabe Jimenez went even harder. Their costumes had Tui and La, the moon and ocean spirits, patterned with Rava and Vatu markings on the front, and the 4 elemental symbols all over the back. You're watching the actual Olympics and suddenly you notice it turning into low-key Avatar cosplay. Peak legend energy from Avatar, influencing such a big culture. So yeah, from random crime shows to Olympic athletes, from rap bars to full-on death battles, Avatar: The Last Airbender has been out here quietly running pop culture like it's the Fire Lord and nobody noticed. This show didn't just change animation, it low-key colonized everything after it. The Cabbages are still recovering. If you caught any references we missed, drop them in the comments right now. I need to know what else is living rent-free in your head. Smash that like button if you're still yelling yip yip at your pets, and subscribe so we can keep exposing this bending takeover. Until next time, that's rough, buddy.